This is Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, connecting the Wales Ragchew Net. What I'm going to do is I am going to call for check-ins. I have seen Steve keying up, but yeah, I'm going to call for check-ins. Also I can hear myself coming back there through the live stream, so that's all good. Also heard Rod as well keying up there. Yep, I've not put any free check-ins in. So if you'd like to be number 2 into the Wales Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael in Lebanon, Tennessee, United States of America.
Yeah, got you there. You're in the log, Michael. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. So, yeah, if you'd like to be number 3 into the Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location.
You said rolling Cambridge.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, and I've typed that wrong, but I have got you there, Rod, there, as G0E, that would probably be better. Yeah, I have got you there, Rod, and yeah, there was a little agonizing moment there waiting. Right, come on, Steve. If you'd like to be number 4 into the Wales Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign and location.
W.D.R.G, Steve, as you said, in Penarth, South Wales. Rain stopped, the winds died down. It's been a bit like a hurricane today. So good evening, it's the Three Musketeers, and so back to D'Artagnan, Chris, M7CCS from GW5UG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, yeah, not a problem there, and well, sometimes people are just sat there and they just don't want to check in at the beginning, as well, so there's always that. So if you'd like to be number 5 into the Wales Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Okay, nothing hurt so far, so of course, yeah, but as you said, Three Musketeers, Donna's listening as well, so, you know, Donna came through the door about 2 minutes, yeah, I was just questioning if I had the right mic in my hand then. Yeah, I did have the right mic in my hand. So yeah, Donna came through the door, a couple of minutes before starting Ragchew. So, of course, yeah, Donna's here as well. So, what I'll do is I'll put it round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5 here. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa here. And it's overcast, not really overcast, but kind of a gray day here at about blazing hot 5 degrees Celsius. We started out this morning at 0 degrees Celsius, so we've increased just a bit. It's been kind of gray skies this whole week, and it's good to see Rod and Steve on the net. So I guess we're all the gang is gathered here, and we'll see if anybody else wants to join. But otherwise, we'll just enjoy ourselves. Quality over quantity. Back to you, Chris. WA5 RIP.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, we look back to the list last week. It's on the my page, and yeah, it's quite amazing last week. But of course, yeah, there is still time now. But I am only going to go to 8:30, so we. I am only going to go till 8:30 this evening, and we'll have a bit of a shorter Ragchew there. And I did look in the calendar after seeing City's announcement of cancellation of nets. That's not all nets. And of course, yeah, the 6th is today, 13th is next week, 20th is, yeah, that's about 4 days before the event, and of course, yeah, the next one on the calendar won't be till the 3rd of January. So it does miss all the key days. So that's all good. So what I will do is I will put it round to Rod G0 EUZ. Round to you there, Rod.
G0 EUZ. Back to the group, yeah. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Michael, and good evening, Steve. Yeah, I left a bit of a gap for Steve to jump in. Take his normal speed. Seemed a bit slow, so I jumped in. I'm actually on, seeing as I've had dropouts on, I did listen during the, we're alright for a minute out, but it was obviously still going on. So I decided to go that way then. So there we go. No, it's actually been not bad. It's been about 10 degrees all day. A bit of rain this morning. So yeah, I've had the dog out 3 times. I never managed to get it wet, so that's a good sign, isn't it? M7CCS. Have a great G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Thanks very much there, Rod. And yeah, there was a couple of clicky drops, but of course, yeah, I've noticed that you were over in the CQ Northwest on a gateway or something. It's got your call sign on it. And of course, yeah, I'm pretty much, I've left my radio purchase there as well, well, what I'm actually coming through tonight. So I'm doing it a little bit weird, but I'm using the FTM 200 going through into the FTM 100, which is then going in out as the gateway. But I am connected to Northwest while I do that. So yeah, it's working pretty well there, Rob. Some of you might have seen a little tour of the shack there. I figured out that if I can get my phone screen on the actual screen, if I share a screen, then of course, yeah, they open up the camera utility and I can show you around the shack there, and the little screens and things. Yeah, we did that. We did do that in the opening credits as well. I call it the opening credits with the timer. But of course, yeah, just did a little looky round there. So I'm gonna have to move something now because that would have been in the way. So, and we will go to GW5 VOG. Round to you there, Steve.
GW5 VOG returning, thank you, Chris. The reason why I hesitated on the signing on over was because you mentioned the live stream, and I was trying to find it, and I couldn't. But I have found it now, and I've just dropped it on the floor, so it's gone again. But it's here somewhere. So yeah, not been doing too much this week apart from getting ready for Christmas, putting Christmas decorations up. Spent quite a lot of time doing that. Going shopping. My wife seems to be trying to finance Jeff Bezos' space mission by ordering loads of stuff from Amazon, and getting ready for millions of guests descending. We're having a party one, and my two sons and my one son's fiance are staying for quite a few days, so it's going to be busy. We've got loads of junk in our house and I have to move it all out of the way. Anyway, back to you then, Chris. M7CCS and GW5 VOG.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra, but I'm sure, yeah, everybody is being a little bit frantic at the minute, and of course, yeah, the 25th, although, yeah, we are on the 6th, yeah, it's 20 days away, but those 20 days will creep up pretty quickly. So, yeah, it's all good there. We know that City is, yeah, he's all sorted. He did have a couple of presents, spirits in for Christmas, but I think he ended up replacing them. He started Christmas already. So that's all good. So we're going to see if anyone else would like to check in. We'll be calling for the number 5. So if you'd like to check in on the second round for the Wales Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. To go and watch the Christmas lights get turned on and things like that. You get fireworks, and then you get everything else there. Now I am going through, and I was wondering whether I was going through there, but I saw something come through from cqnorthwest, but it was, yeah, 0.2 of a second, so it must have been some kind of ident, etc. So, yeah, well, you know, Michael gets 2 Christmases. Well, I always say they get 2 Christmases. They get Thanksgiving, then they get Christmas. So, yeah, 2 turkeys. Hi. Over to you there, Michael. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. I'm not really big into the turkey. We have the turkey at Thanksgiving, but we have a little bit of something different. Surprisingly, anyway, at Christmas time, sometimes we do appetizers as opposed to other things. I'm more of a smoked ham kind of person. My son does that very well. And around here, we've got the Christmas tree up. We've got the decorations up. And much like Stephen, my wife is trying to make sure that Jeff Bezos' next 2 marriages are fully funded and paid for. We have a daily rendezvous with the Amazon driver who comes to our doors. I think we're on a first-name basis now because he makes his daily trip through. And my wife keeps telling me that she's finally done with the Christmas shopping. And then we start again. So I don't know exactly where we stand on that. I know that I'm done with the shopping for mine. So we'll see how it goes. But like I say, we'll see. Christmas should be well into it by this time. And so, Stephen, you're helping me pay for Jeff Bezos' next couple of weddings also. So here's to you. I'll turn it back to you, Chris. WA5-5P.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I knew it wasn't 2 turkeys, but, you know, you got to try, haven't you? But, yeah, there's lots of time for the family to get together. That's what we'll put it as. So, yeah, we go round to Rod G0. EUZ probably says once is enough in a year. Round to you there, Rod.
Yeah, it does. To buy I bought her a main present, which is what she wanted, but at the moment the big surprise is going to be nothing. But I keep looking. Very hard because she doesn't and stuff like that. I had a Amazon delivery. My rest tomorrow. Imagine how many. Yeah, not a lot. Because my one and only dog lives around the corner. It's to their house, but we come. Day we have it round at their house. And New Year's Day is round at our house. And a party on Christmas, on New Year's Eve. So that'll be good. All the decorations aren't up yet. We've the trees up, it's not been decorated. The outside lights haven't started yet. Thinking about it. Well, I'm having trouble motivating. I don't really get going until a little bit later in the month, but here we go, we've got it. So, apart from that, yeah, my present's bought, my good lady's bought a present for my new car, a new a dash cam, which obviously I'll look forward to opening on Christmas Day and fitting it sometime during the week. CCS.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. It's no fun when you know what you're getting. But yeah, Christmas lights. Well, normally, yeah, you regrettably you go early. You go too early, and then you end up with storm whatever decides is coming in, and then tears through your Christmas tree lights. Also tears through your outside lights. Here, yeah, started a bit of a fashion, of course. Going back quite a few months ago, I'd done some lights going across to a washing line pole, neutral, warm white LEDs, shall we say. So they went up anyway, just as like garden lights. Then, so we got he started with his lights. Well, that nickname would probably always stick. When I was a child, he was a traffic warden. And of course, then up the other end, of course, there's a guy. He's got ladders anyway. He works for the housing association. But I noticed his wife was slowing down as she was going out past here. Of course, yeah, the beginning of this weekend he was up the ladder putting his lights up. I've got some blue, what can we say they are? Dangling blue, what icicles they're meant to be, but they're LED. I've got some of them, I've actually got a colour changer, RGB light, which, yeah, it changes the whole colour of the house, and in a different motion. So not too much to do there. Round the corner there's a garden, and yeah, it does look a little bit like Santa's grotto. Downstairs in the living room, the Christmas tree is up. So we've got a Christmas tree up. I've got some new Christmas tree lights. They're rechargeable. And the other remote. Donna bought those. So that's all good. And I've got a little mini fibre optic one, which is under the projector screen. Yeah, there's nothing in the shack. Although, yeah, been building the shack and then left it alone a little bit, and then yeah, you come back to it and you start adding more in. But yeah, it's not a problem. So we will go round to Steve now, GW5 VOG. I wonder if he's got some. He's lit it up. Yeah, if he's lit the house. I timed out. I timed out. So it is over to Steve, GW5 VOG.
Yeah, timeout king already. Right, no, I haven't. I live right in the centre of Penarth. We've got Christmas illuminations on the main street, but that's not where I am. But I've got like a Tesco Express over the road. And, to be honest, that's open from like 5 in the morning till 11 o'clock, and there's cars coming and going. So it's pretty lit up outside anyway. I've got a Christmas tree in the house that's 6 foot tall, but it's standing on a little table this year, so it's even taller. And so I've got that going. It's in the window, so anyone can ask and see it. I leave it on all night, but my wife thinks she's going to get burnt to death in her bed, so she makes me turn it off, or if I don't, she comes down and just whips the plugs out herself. So yeah, that's basically actually all I've done. I've got loads of other stuff I put around the house, snowflakes to go on mirrors and things, but I'm a bit, I think Rod said he couldn't really be bothered. I've been a little bit like that after doing the tree. I thought, yeah, can't be bothered doing anymore, but I expect I will. But I just like to get the tree up on the 1st of December. I think that's pretty good. And to be honest, I haven't seen that many Christmas lights and trees and things this year. You know, I think the electricity surge in price reined that back a bit. I suppose it's not so bad now, is it? So some people will come back, but I definitely haven't seen as many so far as we do get sometimes. Okay, then back to you, Chris, M7CCS and GW5VOG in a group. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, as I was saying, well, I was going to say a good hack really is, yeah, if you can refrain from opening the box, you know, when you go round just after Christmas, and you go around those cheapy shops, yeah, you could probably pick up some nice, quite a few lights and whatever. And I know people do. And then you end up getting those lights out because you have a garden party or something, and then you put them out and you leave them out, and then storm whatever comes along, and yeah, they get twisted round 3 doors down's trampoline. But yeah, that sort of thing. But yeah, of course, some people have got a major enthusiasm for it, some people haven't. Of course, I was trying to remember back to when I was a kid in this row, and I don't remember there being the houses lit up or anything like that. there are only two of the houses each end are lit up, which is ironic. The two in the middle of the row, they've not done anything. Yeah, there's not even a sign of a Christmas tree. But of course, yeah, you know, some people, you know, it's the winter wonderland is inside their house, isn't it? And they don't bother about the outside. But like I was saying, I don't remember it when we was younger, and I remember saying to my own mother about putting Christmas lights and things up one year, and she said, "No, you don't want to do that because you draw attention to the house." And I was like, "Isn't that kind of the point?" But yeah, that's the thing. But of course, yeah, with solar lights and battery lights and things like that, of course, yeah, you can still have the Christmas lights. But yeah, they don't talk about the energy. Yeah, it's going through the roof, isn't it? And yeah, I've got a conspiracy, and Mont is not about at the minute, but I've got a conspiracy. These smart meters, I need to wrap mine in tinfoil or lead or something, because I swear they can just turn around and say, "Oh, you've used so much," and yeah, the boiler couldn't have even been on. Hi. So we'll see if anybody else would like to join us on the Wales Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over to be number 5. So, yeah, it is the Three Musketeers and D'Artagnan until 8:30, unless anybody else does join. So we go back over to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India Papa.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India Papa here. I don't know what happened. We had all these people last week, I think it was, and this week we're back to the normal Three Musketeer crowd. Don't quite understand that. Did you not watch the radio this last week? On it? Yeah, I remember when we first moved into this house 21 years ago, 21 year and a half ago, when I was in my early 40s, and we decorated big time here. Lights all over the front of the house. I would put up probably about a half a dozen Christmas trees between the bonus room, the bedroom, and the main room, things like that. You had Christmas trees outside the house on the front porch. But now that we're older and not as able to get around as much, we're lucky to get the tree decorated and the hearth decorated and a few things like that. My wife puts up the Christmas cards we get around one of the door openings, and that's about it. So the Christmas decorating is limited as we grow older, I guess you would have to say. But it still is nice. We get together with family and we open Christmas presents on Christmas Day. I think we're doing breakfast this year. So all the family will be gathered at my house about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll open presents, have a little breakfast feast, and then everybody will probably by noontime either pass out in my living room or they'll get on to the next family Christmas that they got to go to. And that'll be it for this year. So I'll turn it back to you, Chris. WA5 RIP.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, that's the thing. It's yeah, it's all about the family getting together, and of course, yeah, who wins? Oh, the government, the people that tax it all. But I think I might have mentioned it last week, but yeah, Donna had done the hack of yeah, 2 ducks for £15, and of course, yeah, it's now in December, so we haven't been back there yet, but the price has probably gone up to about £25 now, because it does hike up. I know that you can get, even in Aldi, so yeah, yellow and blue stores over here, Michael, you can get a duck there, half a duck, £25 with some wraps. So yeah, it's amazing how things fly up in price. So we go round to Rod, G0, EUZ.
Back to the group. Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. You don't. I've got a check, but the old. Nobody bothers with them anymore, do they? In fact, I don't. Placement bulbs for them. Well, they just don't go, do they? You know, they're not wearing out. And you know, you have a string of 100 LED. But there you go. I enjoy that bit, and actually, the tree is in my living room in the front house. Usually in the middle of the house. But we're expecting, you know, together with our dog and my daughter's 2 dogs, there's going to be quite a lot of activity in the middle room with dog cages for them. Because we have our dog absolutely worships the dog. But they bitch, all 3 of them from the same litter. The bitch is a counter surfer. If you leave food out, it's gone. He will climb up. She'll do anything to get at it. So, up to her. But that's. But yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy the days when we're together. I'm just early on made egg sandwiches. He starts cooking the main meal, which, you know, gets served late afternoon. You know, and then the children usually like to play some kind of cards for I think possibly during my daughter and father to the Midlands where his mum lives. I know. Do you use it?
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, yep, I did hear the time out too. So, of course, hit the time out there. Yeah, was able to identify, I heard it there, it was a Yankee time out as well. So, we will go round now to GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning, I've just seen it come up on the live. I didn't notice until we started talking about Christmas lights. You've got Christmas lights on the live feed. That's very nice. Yeah, you want to be careful with all the lights in your street, Chris, because it might affect your RF. On HF, I think they can create a lot of noise, can't they? Mine don't seem to be causing any problem for me on FT8 anyway. I'm not sure what I think. I've got 2 sets of lights on my tree, and I think they're all shorts. I think I haven't really examined them that closely for a while. They do all the, you know, you can change the pattern, flashing and that sort of thing. Most of them are so manic that you have to try and get rid of them. But yeah, I've had them for quite a long time now, which is amazing because they usually don't last that long. You have to keep buying new ones, don't you? So, yeah, we're for Christmas, I think the Sunday before Christmas, my two sons and the one son's fiance are arriving from London. And then on the Tuesday before Christmas, my wife's sister and my brother-in-law, and they've got 3 children. 2 of them have got partners. They're all coming around because they want to see their cousins. They don't want to see them because they live in London. So they're all coming around. We're having a pizza night, and we usually play games. You know, like games, box set games, you know what I mean? Can't think. I think the latest one we played was a card version of Monopoly. That seems to be the latest. Yeah, but we'll play something. They sometimes bring some. My sons usually bring some, and we've got some here. So there we are. I was thinking actually, you should produce an advent calendar, and the chocolate could be timeouts, little miniature timeout bars, which I think you can get if you look around. I'm not sure. Anyway, so there we are. Anyway, back to you then, Chris M7CCS from W5DRG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yep, Donna's dealing with a wine delivery. The dog is barking. It's good that the shack's upstairs. The dog's barking downstairs. But of course, yeah, the delivery came to the wrong door. And so she was waiting at the front for a wine delivery. Yeah, it came to the back door. You never get it right with these deliveries. But yeah, it's all good. So we're going to see if anyone wants to join us. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and then over for the Wales Ragchew Net. Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yep, it's dipped, it's quiet, it is just so it's a quality net instead of the quantity. I went to so much effort to put those Christmas lights on the live stream as well. No one's mentioned them. Hi. But of course, yeah, how painstaking is that? Each little light is a little GIF file. So when I change it, so if I was to change it to net, and yeah, we're on there, change it to the log, you'll see that the lights are different, in different positions, because we weren't matching that, and it was hard to match it. So, of course, yeah, each one is a tiny little GIF, so that's a file in itself, and they're all grouped into one thing, so I can turn them all on and off. But of course, yeah, wanted to put a live stream on, yeah, we had to try and make it a little bit Christmassy, and so we put the Christmas lights on, and of course, yeah, we had the happy elf as well. He was dancing in the middle of the timer. So yeah, I should have had a quiz and should have asked the questions, shouldn't I? But too late now. So we're going to go back over to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Thanks, Chris. WA5RIP here, and I think Ron, it may have been Stephen, but I thought Ron mentioned the Christmas lights on when it was over, so he didn't recognize that you'd put them up, and I should have. You look very nice. I will have to tell you that, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I've got a little situation here. Apparently they found about 6 kidney stones in my left kidney. Has done some damage to it, and they're going to have them out. So this Thursday, they're going to insert, when I say this properly, they're going to insert a camera with a laser on it to my kidney, my left kidney, and they're going to laser blast those stones so that I can pass them, because 2 of them out of the 6 are too large for me to pass, causing some issues. So then they're going to insert a stent. So those of you that are men in the group, all of us, can understand where the stent's going to be going. And it's supposed to be about 14, 15 inches long. I don't know what that is in centimeters, but it's way too long for me. But I'll be having it next week, so I'm not sure if I will make the next week. I may be sitting downstairs waiting on to pull this stent out, because I have to pull the stent out myself. So, which also should be very interesting to hear. So now that you've got that visual in your mind, if I'm on that next week, that's where I am. And probably taking some ibuprofen or some other kind of painkiller to help me get through it. I'll turn it back to you, Chris. WA5 RIP.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. But of course, yeah, it's what you have to go through, unfortunately. But yeah, so the thing is, the difference is I was going to say you're lucky to get a doctor's appointment and lucky to get those diagnostics, but of course, yeah, you do get your appointments over there because you're paying for it in advance, in a sense. But yeah, we have the National Health Service, and it's a big joke. Try getting a doctor's appointment, and of course, I genuinely have got a letter. I've got a letter from, because they were going to strike Josh off from the GP surgery. This happened about a year ago. But they were going to strike him off from the GP surgery if his father referred to the receptionist as, in capital letters on the letter, UK Border Force. And they were very offended by it. But he still didn't get an appointment anyway. But yeah, Donna's recently undergone occupational health, which she's now got like online physio through. The occupational health therapist is kind of, well, reckon she's got it on the head. What's wrong with Donna? And she's sending a letter. Yeah. It's probably nice, more nicely worded than I would have sent to this. But yeah, it's likely that she's suffered a fractured hip, and then of course, yeah, it's grinding, and she's been walking on it and everything else. So the fact that when she has complained about it and gone and actually did see a doctor, and he just turned around and offered her the Monjaro jab. Yeah, they're going to send them a letter telling them about their medical negligence. Anyway, rant over with that one. But that was just from one medical problem to another medical problem. But yeah, we struggled over here. Well, I don't know. It might depend where you live, but I guaranteed if you're a private, you get an appointment the same day. But it seems a very distant memory when I was a child. But if anyone in the family needed help, they had it the same afternoon, or even the same morning. So, over to you there, Rod. G0, EUZ.
G0, EUZ. Sorry to hear about that, Michael. Yeah, that's not sounding good. Was it, Chris? I just had a peek. Up. Yeah, that kidney stones are very, very painful, aren't they? So I hope they get that for a stent. My consultant on the blood side, he must in a stent. for my prostate problem. In laser treatment. Fairly soon. Pre-op assessment at hospital, so I should imagine it'll be very in between Christmas and New Year. Months to be operated fairly soon. I have been waiting over 2 years, man. Yeah, Steve, it was Steve mentioned you. Yeah. Watch it. It's there in case I you drop out or anything. So it was introduced. But very busy over Christmas this year. I don't envy you. But it's great to get together with family, isn't it? I think my wife's family live up north. Our daughter who's down here. The matters really. We shall wait and see. And like I said, now that we've got the dog, we can't just we'll leave the dog behind. I mean, I can stay at my sister-in-law's, but we can't take the dog. so we'd have to get an Airbnb. Catch up with relatives. Back to you. Do we use it?
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I took it off you and took that crane off you, and then yeah, you grabbed it back very quickly, didn't you? But yeah, that's what happens when you're talking, and when there's less people. Funnily enough, when there's less people, there's more chance to time out. But yeah, it's all good there. Right, we're going to go right, Steve, V.O.G. Right to you there, Steve.
GW5 VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, it was me that mentioned the lights. I sort of saw them, but didn't kind of register them. I think that's what Rod said as well, which is very strange. I don't really watch the live stream, to be honest, while I'm doing this. I look more at my dashboard. But I like to have it on in case it all goes pear-shaped. And I can at least then turn the sound up on there and see if you're still speaking. So, yeah. That's incredible that you had to put each one of them on. That's above and beyond the call of duty, I'd say. Well done. Yeah, Michael, that sounds awfully painful. I wouldn't like to have that done, and if I did, I think I'd demand general anaesthetic to knock me out, and making you pull it out yourself, that's just cruel, I think. But anyway, hope it goes okay. My only experience of kidney stones is my wife had one which she did pass in one night, and she just screamed in agony all night. I thought she was dying. I got the life insurance policies out and that, but she wouldn't go to A&E. We went to the doctors in the morning, which I'll come back to that subject in a minute, and they said, oh, it's just a kidney stone, it will come out eventually. And it did. And there we are, so that's my only, I've never had one, and I don't want to have one either. Right, so coming back to doctors, I try and avoid them if I can. I just had my COVID jab last Thursday. That's the nearest I like to get to the medical service, if I can help it. And but my wife goes all the time. She's must be one of our GP surgery's best customers, and she can phone up at 8:30 and see a doctor at 10 o'clock every time. Because the only thing is you can't see your own doctor, you know, that you're supposed to be attached to. You've got to wait like a couple of weeks if you want an actual specified doctor. You just have to take whoever's on duty. But with computers and all that, it doesn't really matter because they just look on the computer and they can see all your notes and everything, can't they? So I must admit we've got a good GP service here. Certainly the one that we go to. I think some of the others aren't quite as good, but ours is good. Anyway, back to you, Chris. M7CCS.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. That's the thing is, it's like, well, we're on radio now, but, you know, I'm talking global radio as well. You listen to global radio, like phone-in chats and things like that, and they breach the subject about GP. And you get quite a few people will phone in with, like you said, you know, phone up. You won't see your own doctor, but you'll see a doctor, and same day. But yeah, here, even in Wales, when I was in Wales, but you struggle to see. But yeah, it like I said, it's different in different areas, and you know, it's like it was announced this week that yeah, the council for the area here, Gloucester City Council. Yeah, they're waiting for a government bailout. They're millions of pounds in debt. Don't know how, because they haven't repaired any potholes, and they haven't finished the cycling yet. Hi, that's just a joke with that, but yeah, they've spent millions of pounds on a cycle lane. And yeah, apparently it's near on bankrupt as a council. So yeah, but that's what I mean, different areas, and of course, yeah, like I said, different perspective for Michael. Michael gets it done pretty soon as well. Well, Monta's not here, but I'm pretty sure he gets to see a doctor pretty soon as well. So yeah, it's good. I have mentioned to Donna many times about changing the surgery. I said, you know, it's a private surgery first before it's an NHS surgery. So it's going to prioritise the appointments for the private, because, yeah, they pretty much charge more for it as well. So, yeah, we're at the bottom of the list. So we'll see if anybody would like to join us. If not, we'll go back to the top of the list. We'll have another round and then do the 7-3. So if you the Wales Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and it over. Okay, nothing heard. So, yeah, it's right to Michael. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Thanks, Chris, WA5RIP here. I just wanted to let you know, Chris, that because I'm a retired veteran, I have military insurance. I've had it for years. And when I became disabled with my stroke, I went on Medicare, which is our government insurance, in addition to my military insurance. So that pretty much takes care of all the costs of everything, because between those two insurances. So even though you could say I paid for it in advance by being in the military, and I now have pretty much, they take very good care of me. Like I said, a lot of people will be waiting on this procedure. It is an outpatient procedure, which means I'll go in there. I guess they'll give me a local. I don't know exactly what they'll do, but I will come home after about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then that's when the fun starts. So, let's see. it's not a true anesthesia, I probably would have asked for that. But I don't think they're going to totally put me under because I'm going to have to walk out of there. My wife is going to have to bring me in, take me home in about 2 hours. And so that's what I'll be doing next week, having that kind of fun. Also, for our food porn segments, while we're still here before I time out, my wife made beef stroganoff this week. It was delicious. Fantastic. Home cooked from beginning to end with locally grown ground beef. And it was very delicious with mushrooms in it. She also picked up a pack of bottles. I don't know if anybody has it, it's widely known, but I love that dessert. Very thin layered pastries with pistachios and real honey. Delicious. Turning back to you, Chris, now, WA5 RIP.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks for that, Michael. So we're going to go range to Rod G0, use that.
G0. Well, that sounds lovely, Michael. My wife does a nice stroganoff. We used to have Irish stew with dumplings, but because my son-in-law is, what do they call it? Gluten-free. He doesn't have the dumplings. The stroganoff instead, you know, and it's really nice. I've tasted it. We have a great deal of troubles. A sweet, you know, over Christmas, because my wife likes chocolatey. So it's very difficult to choose something that everybody will have, you know. Got a few. Yeah. On the general anesthetic, apparently. It was in the air whether I would stay overnight or go the following day. I mean, personally, I would sooner go stay and drive myself home the following day. Because, like I say, my daughter will be away. Oh, my wife doesn't drive anymore. It's going to be difficult for me. But we'll see, you know, on the 16th when I go in for this pre-assessment. The doctor, my doctor, I have no trouble. I either get an appointment or of what they prescribe something, you know. So it's been, but like you say, you never see your name doctor. But that doesn't bother me either. So back to you. M7CCS G0 user.
Mike 7 and Charlie Sierra, yeah, I just choose to live in the wrong ends of the country. Hi. But like I said, it wasn't always like that. Yeah, obviously, yeah. You can't ask when you go in to register. Go, am I going to get an appointment the same day if I register it? But yeah, maybe you will, maybe you won't. But they're going to tell you what, you know, well, please you to have you on their books in a sense. As they do, don't they? But it's all good there, Rod. So we're going to go round to Steve now, GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say that don't worry about timing out. When there's only a few people on, it's good timing out, because that means you spoke for your full whack. And that makes it better, doesn't it? Anyway, with that, I'll say goodbye. No, only joking. I've seen your picture of D'Artagnan and the three, what they call Doggeteers? No, Musketeers. Yeah, I remember them when my kids were little, about them. But yeah, very good, getting that out there that quickly. Power of AI, is it? Do you use AI at all, Chris? I wonder, because you're pretty red hot on all these computer trends. Yeah, so the doctors, yeah, I think, although our surgery is very, very good, there's a bigger one not far away from it, which is the one that you do hear people complaining about sometimes. But of course, you know, so it's great we've got a better service, but of course, guess what? They want to amalgamate them all into one giant one that's quite a long way away from us as well. So it's all right when you've got a car, but for old people who've got to catch buses and things, so they never leave things alone, do they? They don't like to. They like to change them all the time, and it's never changed for the better, is it? In the old days, you could get a doctor fairly easily to come to your house, couldn't you, Chris? So it's not just you could see one on the same day. If you were old or a little bit infirm, they'd come to see you in the afternoon. I think that's very difficult now. Of course, they use video things and audio calls as well. My wife quite often has things like that. And she sort of almost sorts her own prescriptions out online now as well. It's all computerized in there and that kind of thing. So anyway, well, my COVID injection hurt me like mad, actually, which is very, very unusual. Sometimes I've had injections and I don't realise I've had them, and I look around and they say, that's it, we've done it. But it didn't, it hurt, and it's been aching all week as well. So, yeah, my Christmas, actually saying it's busy, I don't think it really is, but it started already. About 10 days ago, I went to meet my two brothers in Droitwich. One lives up near Manchester, one lives in Droitwich.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, you got to what lives in Droitwich, and you timed out 180.4 seconds you got there. Back over to you there, Steve.
GW5 W.D.R.G returning, yeah, they were. Well, I said it was a good thing, so I thought I'd join the club and do it myself. Yeah, so I was up in Droitwich, exchanging presents with my two brothers and wives, and next week we're going to Richmond and Twickenham to have a nice meal with our future in-laws, her mum and dad, and I think two of her uncles are coming from Brighton, and her brother might be coming who lives in Lincoln. They come from Lincoln, the family. Strangely enough, they're not getting married in Lincoln. They're having two weddings, one in the old Twickenham Town Hall in Twickenham, and then in Barcelona. They're having another wedding in August. So there we are. Anyway, I better stop. So back to you, Chris, M7CCS from GW5 W.D.R.G.
Okay, right, thanks very much. Now, Steve has just left the traffic because, obviously, yeah, sorry mate, I came back in, then you come back in, So yeah, that network reset. As it's linked to cqnorthwest as well. So it enabled both networks to reset now. So we are going to do the 7-free round now. Yeah, I've got to remember how to do this. Saying there's me talking through it, saying I've got to remember how to do this. It's what it is it going to actually? Well, if I give it a test, I'll know, won't I? So yeah, it does seem to be working. What I'll do is I'll put it round to Michael for your 7-free, and last over. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Well, thanks, Chris. WA5 here. Rod, I hope your medical thing goes okay. It's just as how mine does, and we have nothing but good news next time we talk about it. Everything has gone through the wash, I guess you could say. I think we did pretty good. We just had the few people that we had. It was a good net, and it went by fast. It surprises me that an hour goes by that fast. But I enjoyed it, had a good time. Hope everybody has a great week in the coming week, and we all join back up. I hope I will be able to join back up next Saturday. And everybody take care. 73 from WA5.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie here. I have to wait until you finish speaking now to know if it was working, and it is. So, yeah, 7-free to you there, Michael. Of course, yeah, another thing back on the live stream. I've put the log back there. Yeah, I was playing around with it and fighting with it, and I got it stuck in full screen today. Yeah, it was easier to make a few adaptations. So 7-free there, Michael. We go round to Rob now, G0 EZ for your last over, and 7-free.
EZ, back to the... It's been a good net. Like Michael said, it gets round plenty, and yeah. And look, during the week, Thursday, mine won't go up until late. Either this year or early next year, I'm not sure which, so we not looking forward to it, but so we shall see. So, listen, please, and hope you all have a good week. And we'll M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie, yep, 7-free to you there, Rob. I am seeing a call sign coming up, as well as the CQ Northwest call sign, the two together. My radio's yeah, it's encoding 2 different call signs there. Yeah, it was just the 3 of us there, but yeah, it surprised me quick. Yeah, cut it down to an hour because I just wasn't expecting it to go like it did last week. Of course, last week, yeah, we fluked 14. I'm not sure whether that repeater that was in last week is in as well. Not heard anybody come into it from that side, so yeah, we won't know. Yeah, we're going to go round to Steve now, GW5 VOG, round to you for your 7-free.
GW5 VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. I'll try not to mess this one up, and so you need to reset your system. Sorry about that. Yeah, 73 to everybody. Michael, Rod, and you, Chris. It has been a really good net. Very Christmassy, I think. Not so much food-borne again. We must all be on diet, so we're getting ready to go on diets after Christmas. Yeah, so, oh, I forgot. I was going to say something now, and I've forgotten what it was. It can't have been very interesting, can it? Anyway, so, yeah, we'll... I know what it was. Sorry. Yeah, Chris, could you repeat what you said about Sooty's net? Because I'm quite sure what you said. So when you come back on net, you tell me what it was you said. I think he's cancelled some of his Wednesday nets, maybe, until the new year. But I might have got that wrong. Anyway. So 73 to everyone. Wish you all the best. Best of luck to Michael, and hope that goes okay and pain-free. And I hope everyone who's not so well gets better, including Donna there. So yeah, back to you, Chris. M7CCS from GW5VOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, City's nets. I've got to grab the right mouse now and see the Wales Digital Radio Group, because that's where he's put it. But due to dates and times, there will be no nets on the 24th and 31st of December. Really thinking that you will be up to your necks in Christmas stuff and getting ready for New Year's Eve. On behalf of myself, my wife and the W.D.R.G group, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from City. So, of course, yeah, he posted that on the 3rd of December, so 3 days ago. I came across it in my updates today, just before the net. So, of course, yeah, City will not, well, definitely won't be doing one on the 24th or the 31st. So I'm guessing that those are when, without consulting the calendar. So just back over to you there, Steve, and yeah, hopefully you've got your confirmation there from Mike 7, Charlie Sierra.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. I would have assumed that anyway, that he wouldn't do it on them 2 days. Certainly, I just thought, I tried to call out to him on Wednesday. I was a little bit late. I wasn't on at 4:30. It was about 5:05, and he didn't come back to me. So I thought it'd be nice to have a go at getting on his net sometime. So I wanted to know about next Wednesday. Although, I'm just trying to think now, yeah, I might not be here next Wednesday. Oh no, I think I am, yeah, I'm here next Wednesday. Anyway, yeah, back to you, Chris.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, I'll say 7-3 there, Steve. Anyway, and of course, yeah, it's easy to say you was in the net. We can do it all in one breath. Today we have Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, net control, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa Michael, G0EZ Rod, and GW5 VOG Steve. And also the call sign I was seeing was GW0 Tango Charlie Victor. And of course, yeah, it's just at the end of the net there. So, I've been Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. I'll bid you 7-3. I might hear your tone, Steve, if, yeah, I think there might be a net this week.